4 as there goes Montgomery, still just running around. Anybody with headphones can hear that he was sprinting around like that. So we switch back over here. Oh, and TCK tries to peek out at the right time to pick him off. Wow, he almost had the perfect opportunity. If he could have made that shot, if he had any other weapon than the Glock 18, he may have won that round for his teammate. But in the end, 9-8 is now the score. Still in favor of 3D Max. But Ultimax Gaming doing a great job here on these pistol rounds, kicking things off, starting things out pretty strong. And that's going to slow down that rush using that Molotov. Right now they're starting to push over there towards the side. Back over here with Imsta. Imsta just holding in there. He's got 3 guys to worry about. They're starting to push up here inside the side. He pushes out. He's going to get shut down. As we switch back around, taking a look here inside the side. Now we're back over here with Flowsick. Flowsick. They've got 3 guys inside this, or they actually fell back. There's no one inside that bomb site right now except for 1. And there goes that that carrier right there. Still pushing in. Let's go and switch back over. Now they've got 3 guys inside the site. Sunman picking up 1 there. As you can see, we're back over now with Sunman. Sunman from 3D Max. He shuts down Snow. As now the score is going to be 10-8 here on the first gun round here for 3D Max. 6 rounds away from closing out this series and being the Counter-Strike Source team that defeated the Counter-Strike 1.6 team here on DE Dust 2. We start things off, Sunman taking a look there, seems as if they're starting to push up there. That was Imsta who crossed by. Oh no, TCK! He had a little something else on that grenade because it picked him off real quick. Just great location. His coordinates were spot on, and Monty picks up 1. Look at this. Already Flowsick is down in the red, and he's going to get finished off and taken out. Now it's going to be left up to Trills and Sano. Sano wrapping back out there. Bomb is nowhere to be found. I believe that's with Sunman. Fall back around, looking around, and actually Steno takes down the bomb carrier. So they can actually come back from this one. It's going to be down to a 4-on-1. Let's see if Steno can hold his own. Back in his own spawn, or back in the T spawn, picks up 1. Now it's going to be down to a 1-on-3. It'll be left up to Sunman, as well as his Monty, and also Steel. Let's go and see what happens here. We got Steno still pushing up. Bomb has been planted inside the A-bomb site here by 3D Max. Steno picking off Monty. Now it's going to be down to a 1-on-2. As they're going to go ahead and push in. Steno hasn't been holding his weight yet. Can he change that and make something big happen here? As he's going to get caught in a crossfire. And he's going to get taken down by Steel. 8-11 is now the score. They're in favor of 3D Max. Even though 3D Max had their bomb carrier not with their team, all 4 guys were still alive. And right there, just raining in those op shots. No one connects as they slide on by. And right now, it's just op central. If you got an op, everybody's got an op. As right now, we're back over here with UMX. They're starting to play aggressive. They've got their P2000 full save coming in here. Let's go ahead and take a look. As you can see, we're back over here with the terrorist side, 3D Max. They've got 1, 2, 3 ops so far that I see. It is an op party. They've got 3 AWPs and 2 AKs. They just believe they can all outshoot them. And there goes Sunman. Sunman connects. Frost helps out as well. It's just a battle of who can take advantage quicker. As we're still here with Justin Sunman Summit here from 3D Max. Let's see if he can make something happen with that grenade, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Wow. HE grenade. The HE really does stand for something in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It does stand for highly explosive. Wow. Earlier it was mentioned in the chat that one HE grenade did 136 damage. For those of you that are curious about Counter-Strike that don't really understand entirely, each individual has 100 health points or 100 HP. And from there, 136, you do the math. As right now they push over here inside the bomb site. Imsta picking up one. Let's see what happens there. Now we're back over to Flowsick. They're just shutting down that B bomb site, just sweeping things in. One of the advantages that the rifles have, the assault rifles have over that sniper rifle. As right now the bomb is down inside of the bomb site. Let's go ahead and take a look here with Sunman. Sunman falls back. He's got his teammate that he's working with here. As his teammate is missing that shot, that's Frost and Sunman both go down. And so now the score is going to be 12-9. Still a 3-round lead here for 3D Max. They lead the series 1-0, taking that first map on DE Dust. It was a close matchup though, 16-14. As 3D Max had the offensive side, they took the first side, and then they struggled there in the beginning, and they came back and just went back and forth. Ultimax Gaming put up a really good fight, tied it back up at 14, and then Ultimax just couldn't hold on, and 3D Max took that first map there on Dust, and right now it scores 12-9 here in favor of 3D Max. And Steno comes to life, picking up 2 with that M4, and Trolls finishing things off with the AWP. They've had enough. As now the score again, 12-10, 2-round lead here over Ultimax Gaming here on Dust 2. As we take a look here at the scoreboard, we've got TCK from 3D Max sitting at 14-12. Sunman at 21-15. Frost at 11-14. Monty at 14-14. And then for Ultimax, we've got Flowsick at 15-14, 15-17. Pretty average across the board. They're all kind of putting in their best ever. Of course, Sunman has done a great job for this team. Sunman right here, who's been extremely effective. As he's going to get completely blind. Headshot coming in. TCK connecting with one as well. As they're going to continue to push over here towards that catwalk. Going to switch over here towards the counter-terror side. Trolls misses that off shot. And finally switches back, connects, and tries to quick scope into his second kill. That's just not going to happen. And now it's going to be left up to Imsta. Imsta down to a 1-on-3, causing so much damage, but he doesn't know that he can't shoot through that railing. This Counter-Strike 1.6 gamer on his DE Dust 2, he can shoot through that rail. In this game, you can't. And he's going to get picked off there in the end, so now the score is going to be 13-10 here in favor of 3D Max. This is a matchup between a top-tier Counter-Strike 1.6 team, Ultimax Gaming. It's going up against a top-tier Counter-Strike Source team, better known as 3D Max. Some of the top pro players that have been around for years and years and years. Counter-Strike Source came out in 2004. Counter-Strike Retail came out in 1999, 2000 era. And we're still playing a great game. And this game right here is Counter-Strike Global Offensive Beta that is being released, and they're both testing out this game to its full capability. And they've got a best-of-3 series going on right now, as 3D Max leads this series 1-0 and currently leads this second map 13-11, as Ultimax shuts down that B-bomb site. we'll see what happens here. Taking a look over here on the terrorist side. And seeing if whether or not they have weapons to work with. It seems as if he's going to go ahead and they've got deagles in hand. So let's go ahead and switch back into the POV here with Frost. Monty picking up one there with that deagle headshot. Coming back over here and see if they can open things. A nice shot by TCK. 2-round lead here for 3D Max. They're going to go ahead and try to get that bomb down inside of the bomb site, but they don't have a bomb to do it with. Let's see if they can make something happen. As Sunman is trying to creep his way back around. It's going to be down to a 1-on-3. Leaving it up here to Pauly. Pauly over here inside of the CT spawn. Bomb down just to the left over there towards that wall. 2 pushing up. He can hear from both sides. They know that he's there. He's going to go ahead and spray away. Look at this. He falls into the spray pattern. He can make something happen. He picks off Sunman. Score right now 14-11 here in favor of 3D Max. They started off this game 5-0. A 5-round lead here over Ultimax, and Ultimax has narrowed that lead, but now they struggle. Frost connecting, kicking things off here in round number 26. Just doing a great job just dominating here with that AWP. Let's see if he can do it again. TCK back over there into Flowsick, going to be now down to a 3-on-5 as Sano pushes in straight through that smoke. The smoke is completely effective here in this side as he goes ahead and pushes back and through. Sano back into Steel. Steel is going to get shut down, and Monty back and forth between the two, and Sunman picks up that last kill as now the score 15-11, 1 round away here for 3D Max to pick up this game and pick up this series here against the Counter-Strike 1.6 team Ultimax Gaming. And so far, you got to give a lot of credit to what Sunman did in that first half and see if he can kick this final round off here. He misses that off shot. But right now, it looks like it's going to be a deagle save. Trull's picking up 2 with that HE grenade. Let's see if he can come back around and make something else happen with it. He spots another one, misses with that shot. Sunman and Frost going to work with their own AWPs. As now the bomb again is down over there towards the long A. You can see Steno wrapping all the way from those B tunnels through the T spawn back over towards that long A side and switching back and forth between the two. Take a look. They're already making their way towards that A side. Here comes Steno. Steno coming in like a storm, like a hurricane, making so much noise. He can be heard, but he picks up the defuse kit too. He's still making a lot more noise, but he's not been heard by these guys. 3D Max Frost goes down, and then Sunman connecting there into Sano. As now it's going to be left up to Imsta. Imsta down to a 1-on-1. Sunman's AWP versus Imsta. Sunman getting that bomb planted inside of the A bomb site. Bomb goes down. Here comes Imsta wrapping back around. He's going to be able to shut him down. Ultimax Gaming is not done yet. They're going to go ahead and come in here with the defuse. Ultimax living to see another day as now the score is 15-12. Ultimax trying to come back into this one, playing against this Counter-Strike Source team and trying to force it into an overtime here against 3D Max. As we take a look, you can see that Ultimax is buying what they can, and 3D Max, they're taking no time. They've got guns in their hands. Go ahead and see how things are going to go ahead and kick off. Frost already missing the opportunity there on that first shot. Still pushing up. You can see Pauly's playing highly aggressive here towards those long A double doors and see if he can open things up for his team. But Seno holding down the mid double doors. He's going to get shut down there by Monty. Now it's going to be down to a 4v4, but one of the members is hurt really, really bad. That's going to be 3 members actually. Sunman's hurting, Monty's hurting, and Still's hurting. As Still goes down, let's go and switch back over. They're going to go and chase after him here down towards those lower B They've got a member inside. Actually, all three members are in lower B. One grenade can hurt all three of them at one time. Let's go ahead and take a look. It is down to a 3-on-3. As Trull's pushing over here inside of mid. Switching back over here to Sunman. Frost taking down the member who's inside of that bomb site. Trull's back around. Switching over here to Pauly inside the site. He comes back in. Ultimax continuing to be a great competitor here against this Counter-Strike Source team while we play Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And now the score is 15-13 overall. 2 rounds away from tying this one and sending it into an overtime, or 3D Max will be going into the next matchup between back-to-back or seeing if whether or not they can play against one of the two teams in the other matchup going on. As right now, see how they can continue. Again, they're playing to see who they're going to play up against, whether they're going to play against back-to-back, the Counter-Strike 1.6 team, or against Counter-Strike Source's very own Team Dynamic. And right now, 3D Max has had a lot of control here in this game. Pauly pushing up. Sunman picking up one. Pauly, nice headshot there into TCK. And Imsta back around. It's going to be left up to Imsta and Pauly. Down to a 2v3. Has got a lot of action going on over the other side. Imsta trying to stay alive, trying to even this one back up. Going back and forth. He's going to get sliced and diced by Sunman, leaving it up to Pauly. Pauly now down to a 1-on-3. That's going to do it. Ball game coming in here for Ultimax Gaming. They're going to get sent home, and 3D Max has the opportunity to play for that second place prize and that first place prize. $1,000 for first, $500 for second. 3D Max, the Counter-Strike Source team, taking it. They're over Ultimax Gaming. And so 3D Max takes this matchup here against UMX 16-13. So they take the series 2-0. They're on Dust 2. Again, UMX battling their way, trying to defeat this Counter-Strike Source team, but they seem to be just a little too much for UMX. So again, 3D Max takes that one. So let's go ahead and send it down to Jimmy Wisenhunt to kind of get a little bit more of an insight of what happened during that matchup.
Alright, what we just saw there was 2 very close matches between Team UMX and Team 3D Max. Little dangerous territory for 3D Max, but they're finally able to pick up that victory in a 2-0 fashion. Very impressive communication from Team 3D Max. Both teams played very well. However, I think the edge went to 3D Max because they've had a little bit more experience with this Source engine, and also it's going to come down to that communication, which I know they're a real tight-knit group. They played very well in the past together, and just what you expect out of a team such as them. Also, I've had the opportunity to play with these headphones a little bit. I am blown away by the positional audio on these things, and I've had people in pubs here and there pop up and say or actually ask what headphones I was using because my voice was so clear. Something I'm not used to hearing, but something I look forward to in the future. Back to you, Don.
Well, thanks a lot, Jimmy. So 3D Max will advance here in the tournament, and so that means UMX is out. So 3D Max will be awaiting the winner of tomorrow night's matchup between Back-to-Back Gaming going up against Team Dynamic to figure out who will be taking home that $1,000 grand prize.
And so be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central to see back-to-back gaming going up against Team Dynamic and more chances to win those new Gamecom 780s as well as Counter-Strike Global Offensive beta keys. And again, I'm Corey Dunn, so be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central here for the Plantronics Gamecom CES Counter-Strike Global Offensive show match.